Hi, welcome back. Today I am doing a B6 spread. This is my memory planner. Honestly, if I had somebody ask me like what the dates were that I was doing the memory spread for, and I'll be perfectly honest, I have no idea. The like notebook thing that I wrote down all of the plans in so that I could like do the back planning. I don't think I really wrote dates on most of them. So like I have the date, like the numbers, the dates as in the numbers, but like I don't know what year it is, what month it is. Um, so I apologize for that, but it doesn't make the process less fun and it doesn't make the spreads less cute. So we don't know where we are. We don't know when we are, but we're here and it's cute. So I am doing a double spread. And to be honest, I didn't need to do a double spread. Like the amount of things that I had to write down was definitely like enough to only do a single spread. I could have just done a single spread. However, I had 4 full boxes that I wanted to use, and a lot of the um, like label boxes that I had were larger ones. So I wanted, and I wanted to use as much of whatever I pulled out as possible. Because if you've been here for, I don't know, the last year or so, maybe longer, I've been on a journey to use up as much of my planner stickers as I can. And I'm still on that journey, and I've barely made a dent. And yeah, so I just wanted to make sure I could use up as much of these stickers as I could. So I decided to do a double spread. It did mean that I had to get pretty creative on how to fill the space on some days, but it worked out in the end, so it's good. I am using 2 different foil kits from Scribble Prints Co. I'm using this, I don't know the names of them, I'm sorry, and I don't even know if they're available anymore. They're like really old ones that I got in a grab bag box thing. I have this one that's like a pink plaid with silver foil, and I have a green foil one, which is like they're like clear overlays. The date covers that I used are from some Printpresssion sticker sheets, and again, I don't know if those exist anymore. I don't even know if Printpresssion exists anymore as a business. I'm not sure. I haven't bought planner stickers in a very long time, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know. The headers that I used are just the leftover glitter headers that I had from the kit that I'm using, and the kit that I'm using is not a complete kit. It's just the leftovers of a Scribble Prints Co. kit. It's like an Easter kit, and no, the week that I'm planning is not an Easter week, but I don't care because it's still cute either way. I 2 of the full boxes that I had left are like a double seam, so I just stuck those down there, kind of in the center, so they could still be together. And I think Tuesday was the day that I had the least amount of stuff, so having 2 full boxes really helped me out, but I still struggled to fill the space. Those bow headers that I have in the pink plaid, I used every single one of those because I needed to fill the space. Yeah, and I doubled up on those like washi extras from the bottom washi because again, I really did not have much to put down on Tuesday. And most of the icons I'm using are just the ones that are in the like foil bundles that I'm using, but I also did pull some out. I have like this little reusable sticker binder thing that I have some functional stickers in, not functional stickers, some, I mean, I do have functional stickers in a different one, but some icon stickers. So those little green coffee dragons that I used to sell in my shop years ago really came in handy because they were perfect. They're, you know, green and cute. So they went perfectly. And you're going to see me struggling a lot to try and figure out how to fill the spaces on these. I don't regret doing a double spread though. I ended up using a lot of like large box where it was not necessary. Like large boxes, oh my gosh, where it wasn't necessary, but I needed to fill the space. So I also used up a lot of the sticker sheets that I pulled for this, so I am very happy about that. But yeah, you'll see me kind of, I'm using these bow headers more as washi. When I used the Printpresssion date covers, I had completely like spaced out and not realized that I pulled out the matching date covers in the pink plaid, but I'm glad I didn't end up using those. If I had remembered I pulled those, I probably would have used them, but I'm glad I didn't because I ended up using so much of that plaid within the spread. I just think that would have been too much. So I'm glad I didn't end up doing that. I did use one of these little square labels, and whenever I do that, I just offset the icon off to the side, but one of the sheets had these like little shapes, and they're meant for you to put like the overlay icons on top of them, I believe, but I kind of wanted to fill the space a little bit more, so I just overlapped them, and it looks fine to me. It's not perfect, but it's fine. And I did that really just because I wanted to use up those little shapes because they were really the only thing left on that sheet. And I wanted to get it done. But you see me stacking 3 of those headers here. To create like a washi chunk. And then I thought I put the wrong sticker, like the wrong icon on that label, but ended up being fine because I started looking at the wrong day, and so I thought I put the wrong thing down, but I caught myself in time, so it was fine. And I'm putting down the little dishes for icons, and I'm kind of counting out to see how many more things I need to put, and I only had 3 more things that I needed to put in, like small things. So I did like two headers, a label, 2 headers, a label, and on and on until I finished that row. Or I guess that column. But it worked out fine. And honestly, like looking at the full spread, it doesn't look too crazy. I was afraid that using like a ton of those bow headers as washi would look crazy, but it really doesn't. It looks fine. It all looks very cohesive, so totally cool with it. Now I'm on to the second spread. Well, the second half of the spread. It's technically 2 spreads, but whatever. Anyway, I put down one of the full boxes on to Thursday just to get it down, fill up the space, and then I have one more, but I wasn't, oh no, yes, I had one more. Did I have 5? Oh, yes, I had 5 full boxes. I thought I had 4. Anyway, I have one more, but at this point, I'm not sure. Oh, I guess I forgot to cut out a part where I was on my phone. Oopsies. I wasn't sure where I wanted to put it yet. I knew I wanted to put it on Friday. I just wasn't sure where on Friday. and there was an obvious spot that I just didn't think of for some reason. So on Saturday, we've got coffee. Woke up early, watched some YouTube, did some meal planning, did some laundry. And I feel like usually in these spreads, I don't fill them out on camera, but I did fill this one out on camera because I wanted to fill it out before I put some of the finishing touches on, just so that I knew none of the finishing touches would be in the way of me trying to write. It was just ended up being easier that way. I did some coloring, groceries, dishes, and then I worked on some diamond dots. When I do these rewind spreads, my focus is really to try and use up as much of the stickers that I pulled out as I can. Like, I pretty much exclusively use kit leftovers for my base on these spreads, and then when I pull out my my foil bundles, most of them have icons, and I try to use as many of those icons as I can, just because it's a little bit more convenient to just pull from those instead of having to go through my character binders. But also I'm just trying to use them up. So sometimes I have to get a little creative or obscure with the icons I choose to use for things, but that's really not a problem. It's not a big deal because I'm writing down what that activity was anyway. So that's why for things like coloring and diamond dots, I put the hand, because it's a creative activity that I'm doing with my hands. Sometimes my reasoning is, it's just stuff like that. Let's see, Sunday I did some coloring. My chair broke, which was great. It's great. Let's see, I did some planning, watched some Dragon Ball Z, did some diamond dots, journaling, decluttering, and dishes. Quite an eventful day. Let's see, what was that for? Oh, I started doing my art journaling backgrounds on this day. I had a search and find book, and I turned it into an art journal, and I decided that I was just going to paint every single page, like paint a background color onto every single page, so that it felt like it was already started when I went to go actually start it, and it wouldn't be as intimidating, I feel like. And I would kind of have a starting point. So I worked on that on Thursday. I worked on that on Friday also, I think. Was it on Friday? I thought it was. Oh no, it was. I started that on Wednesday and I worked on it on Thursday also. See, some dishes. The little running man over there on Thursday is for playing Beat Saber. And I am trying to switch up the labels that I'm using, going back and forth between the kit leftover labels and the Printpresssion labels, just so that they all kind of meld together cohesively. It doesn't look disjointed, but my main priority was using up as many of the kit leftover labels as I could. I took 2 of these to make this big label to fill the space, even though really the only thing I was writing there was washing my hair. Also, I don't really write that down anymore for things to put in my memory spreads. I don't know. Don't think I've marked that down in a long time. Let's see. On Thursday, we've got working on the art journal backgrounds. I woke up early, cleaned my bedroom, played some Beat Saber, did some filming, did my skincare, did some dishes. Yeah, I feel like I have more things to write down now than I did at the point when I was writing down things to put in my memory planner, like at this point. So I was kind of writing things down that didn't really need to be in my memory planner. Things like doing my skincare, which like feels kind of weird to put it on a day when I do it most days anyway. But if you were to just look at my memory planner, you'd see skincare like once in a span of 3 months and you'd be like, girl, what are you doing? So it's just kind of funny. I don't know. It doesn't really make a ton of sense, but it works for me, so it's fine. Putting down these full box overlays in the green foil, and I only had 4 of them, but it was fine. I put the foil weekend thing on the washi and putting the header overlays. At this point, I decided I was going to go in and write down all the plans so that I could finish with the overlays and the final touches. I started trying to write with that Sharpie, but it was like not writing well, which was weird. So I went in with this pen. I don't even know. This is like a pen I got from the Dollar Tree, and I actually really like it. It's a ink R2 0.7 millimeter R2 rollerball. It's not, it's a rollerball, but it's gel ink. I don't know. Actually, is it gel ink? I don't know if it's, no, it's like ink ink. It's not like rollerball ink. That's like really stiff. It's a very fluid kind of ink. I don't know how to describe it, but it worked out really well on these labels. And it actually dried a lot faster than I thought it would. I thought if I turned the page over, it was going to like smush and smear because the ink comes out very wet. So that's why I started writing on the other side so I wouldn't, like, I could give it a few more seconds to dry before I put pressure with writing on the next page. But it actually ended up not being really necessary, I don't think, because it dried weirdly fast. See, I write on these couple labels and then I check to make sure it's not smearing or transferring, and it wasn't. It was fine. So the only thing about this pen is it does bleed through. Not on here, like not on these labels, it's not bleeding through. But if I write like on regular paper or just like in a notebook, or if I were to write straight on the paper, it would bleed through. But it's not a big deal in this. So I have the overlay corners, and I just throw these everywhere. Just wherever. I tend to put these on like the larger boxes a lot. I just feel like it adds a little something something, and it's a way to use them up. On that box, I didn't have a full box overlay for it, so I used the washi overlay that I had left and stuck it on there and put 2 little corner overlays at the bottom. And I really wanted to make sure I used these up because like I said, I'm just trying to use up as many as I can. So I just kept flipping back and forth between the pages to find the best places to put them. And then I was using up those little faces. And then the header overlays I cut in half, and I use them as like dividers between the different columns, and I feel like it just gives the page a little bit more definition. And it kind of allows your eye to separate the different columns and understand that they're just not like one single blob and that they are actually meant to be columns. So I do really like doing that. And I do that on both pages, of course. And then after I finished that, I had a few header overlays left. So I used those over some of the little washi bits that I had put down. And then I went and scattered these little starburst thingies throughout the spread, just wherever there were gaps and stuff that I could kind of fill in. Just to get them used up. And now I'm left with, I think the only thing that I have left of the green foil is the icons on this sheet. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but it's fine. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.